Listen to me. If there was a wise man who would ever think of this, they would say in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. For I am the man himself. That's right. That's how you do it, Bob Nutting. That is somebody you lock up long term. This is somebody that you build a team around. Bob Nutting finally made, in my opinion, one of the best moves he has so far I have seen. But of course, it's just one time. I don't want to continue to give him too much praise. I want him to get a swelled head and in a month or so end up trading Bryan Reynolds away. Because I had that fear at first before I read the news about the contract. But, my friends, us Pirates fans, the wait is over. The drama of if Bryan Reynolds is staying or if he's going. I thought he was going to be going after he signed just a 2-year extension. But he still had 2 more years left of arbitration. So the Pirates technically could have had him until 2025. But for now, he's going to be staying till as of now, he'll be staying till 2030 with a club option for 2031. By that time, he will be around his 35-36 season. So for one of the first times in God knows how long, probably since the days of Kutch. Well, Kutch is back, of course, but since Kutch was here earlier, we have a player for the Pirates who will be spending the majority of his career in black and gold. Somebody who I think is a player the Pirates should be building a team around. And somebody, one of the rare occasions where we can see a longtime Pirate, a possible future Hall of Famer, for the Pirates. I don't know about in MLB in general. But basically, the Pirates have finally definitely found their franchise player. What is going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and it's been a great week to be a Pirates fan. Again, I'm not getting my hopes up yet. They're off to an excellent start. 18-8, just took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, swept the Reds and the Rockies. They're on a roll. They're on a hot streak right now. It's only April, though. There's still 5 more months left in the season. So I don't want to get my hopes up, but I like what I see. And of course, this does lead to the Pirates signing Bryan Reynolds, who was requesting a trade this past offseason. Apparently almost went to the Yankees. But the Pirates weren't happy with the package in return. But for now, it seems as Mr. Reynolds, who was acquired in the Andrew McCutchen trade from the Giants as a prospect, along with Kyle Crick, who's moved on, and I think $500,000 in international signing bonus rights or whatever I can call it. I can't remember what it was. But Bryan Reynolds is staying with the Pirates as of now. Announcing on earlier this week, he signed a 7-year extension. Reportedly guarantees Reynolds $100 million on top of the $6.75 million he was already earning in 2023. So the contract he's under now is technically for 8 years and $106.75 million. Apparently, it's the largest contract in Pirates franchise history. Larger than people like Andrew McCutchen, Starling Marte, Jason Bay, a lot of other players, of course, and more recently. There's not too many people who got locked up long term like this. Now, there is Key Brian Hayes, who last year signed an 8-year deal for $70 million. I'm going to be honest, I don't think the Pirates should have given him that deal yet. I'm not giving up on him yet, but key Brian Hayes to me, yes, he has a lot of potential to be a star, but he hasn't proved himself yet. Injuries and some inconsistencies have made me to believe they may have jumped the gun on his contract extension. Like, they should have been signing Reynolds first to that long-term extension instead of Hayes. Like, I'm not getting up on Hayes yet. Give him another year or two. And then if he's still not producing, then you can say, this ain't working out. But Reynolds, a guy who already has proved himself. A guy who definitely has potential to be an MVP caliber player. But again, a player they can build around. You can build a team around Bryan Reynolds. You found your star. You found your MVP. You found your captain, your franchise player. Now, this contract, though, does not have an opt-out provision. But it does have a limited 6-team no-trade clause. So I guess there's not some complete, opt-out or a complete no... Sorry, I'm sleepy. Complete no-trade clause. But it does seem like, though, that it's still a little bit flexible, but not as flexible as most Pirates contracts have been. Which makes me feel a little bit better, but still not 100% sure. Because when I heard this announcement, because again, Reynolds requested to be traded this past offseason. I thought he was going to be gone. As I expected, as most great Pirates have done in the past, 20-some years. As soon as they get good, they get traded. Sorry. But when I first heard this signing, and I didn't know, about the opt-out clause, and no team trades and whatnot, I got worried still. Because I thought back a couple years ago when Nolan Arenado signed that 8-year deal with the Rockies, an extension he signed with them, just to immediately, like a month later, get traded to the Cardinals. I'm like, how do we not know the Pirates are going to pull that with Reynolds? Because it's kind of like also what they did with Nate McLeod back in 2009, I believe it was. Was it 2009 or was it 2010? Where he had signed a new 3-year deal with the Pirates, and then that June, out of the blue, he got traded to the Braves. So when I saw that, I'm like, I'm hoping they didn't do this to increase his asking price. But it sounds like that they don't have any intention of trading him right now. They sound like they're locking him up. And apparently the rumors is this is not the only contract extension they're going to do. Who else the Pirates could do? I don't know. But this is very out of the blue. Do they have some pieces that they want to continue to work with? Because, again, this club has been off to a pretty good start so far. I like a lot of the veterans that they've grabbed to improve this team. Some could probably stick around for a little bit if you sign them. Just saying. But we got the biggest stick of them all. The biggest name of all of them. The Pirates chose to spend money. Their largest contract in Pirates history. Bryan Reynolds is now under an 8-year, $106.75 million contract. That is incredible. And of course, I look forward to hopefully having a great 8 more years with the Pirates. He's off to a good start this year. He did go on a little bit of a power, a hot streak with the power. Hasn't hit a homer though in like a week or two, but he's still producing well at the plate. He'll probably be in left field, though, a lot more than center field from what I'm hearing, which, fine by me. But, again, I think this is a great move for the Pirates at a time, again, when they're definitely, been off to a really strong start, been a pretty hot team so far. So, grabbing Reynolds at a time right now was a great move. And, again, this deserved its own video for me to get my brief thoughts on this. So, what do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts on the Pirates signing Bryan Reynolds to a long-term deal? Is Bryan Reynolds the man the Pirates need to build their team around for the next 8 years to become a serious contending team again? Do you think their good start is a fluke? Or are they going to hang on to this momentum? Does anybody else think the Pirates are going to try to grab long term? What do you guys think of this? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure, as always, to slap a like on the video, subscribe for more content on my channel, follow me on Twitter at the Club of the Man 93. Be sure to also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at the Club of the Man 1993. And until then, guys, just always remember, in order to be superior to the man, you've got to be the man. And for I am the man himself.